All right, so I wanted to take a look at Tronics today, right? TRX USD pair. Um, and this is an interesting coin, right? I don't know a whole lot about the fundamentals, I'm not big on that as well. I just try to follow the charts. I do watch the news every once in a while about what Justin Sun does, and a lot of people say this is a scam or that they're not serious or whatnot. And I couldn't care less about it. I really don't. I just look at the charts, and if it's a tradable opportunity, I'll take it. If it's not, I'll just let it slide. So my charts only kind of go back to these levels here, and whatever these are, 0.002, and I can clearly see, right, just by looking at this, let's say, daily chart that I kind of squeezed in, I can clearly see a five-wave move up, and I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So let's consider that this is the beginning of everything, and this is a big impulse wave. Everybody gets in. People get overly excited on the wave 5, and, it goes to 36, 39 cents, and then we crash, right? So this is the impulsive move. Now, ever since this happened, and, just like the rest of the cryptos that kind of topped in end of December 2017, beginning of January 2018. We've been over a year now in a bear consolidation market. So we've been coming down, and we've reached as low as 1 cent 12, right? So you can clearly see here a corrective channel pattern, and because I have nothing else to work with, I have to mark this as a 1, or it could be, for the sake of argument, it could be an A, right? And I can just take A from here and just put it up, right? So this could be an A, and this is a B, right? So it's either a 1, 2, followed by a, stronger move up, or is a AB followed by C, which is another stronger move up. And let's just leave that right there for now. And what I'll do is I'll go and try to look a little bit inside this wave 2. And if I do that, I'm going to, try to identify the highs and the lows and the swings into this channel. And I can see that I have a first wave here, which is A or a W. And I go up in another 3 waves, which could be a B or an X. And then this is a C wave that it's also composed of 3 moves, which are an A move coming down, a B, which is a triangle, and a C coming down. Right? So you can see kind of how this wave B is a triangle. This is A, B, and then we come back down in C, and we reach the bottom of this channel. And if you take this trend line from these 2 lows and extend it to this one, you can see how the price is stopped. So this could have been a point where, whoever was watching and, kind of following the channel lines, they could say, hey, this is a good support point. I think this makes sense. Back here, I think Tron can create a low. However, since then, and I'm going to, try to clean this up again, we've gone up, and I think we've gone up in an impulsive manner. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And this is where a little bit that the discussion starts, and I'm going to go down to a 6-hour chart. And come on, let's go. 6-hour chart, very slow for me. Excuse my computer, there you go. Okay, so we are on a 6-hour chart, and that's the low that we saw right at about 1 cent 10. And since then, we've moved in this impulsive wave up, right? And this is, and I can count here 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? So in this count, I have this as a wave 1. And then I think, just like the rest of the cryptos, we are starting to pull back in wave 2. And for a while, I've had this as a 4th wave, and I think I have that here. And where it goes 1, 2, this whole thing here is a 3rd move up, and then we're moving into wave 4, and then we shoot up, right? And I still consider this somewhat valid, although it's not my preferred count. I don't like it as much, and this is why. Because if you see the length of wave 2, which is right here, right? It's very small compared to the length of wave 4, right? And these waves have to be somewhat equal, and wave 4 can extend a little bit more, but I think this is quite exaggerated, and that's why I have a hard time believing this is a 4 and more of a basic A, and I'll go to the other chart right here, this is actually an A. This is a triangle B, and then we're going back down in C, right? So if I mark this, we can go A, and then this is a big old triangle, which will be the B, and then we come back down in C to kind of create this wave 2 zigzag, where this is an impulsive wave, this is a corrective wave, and then this is another impulsive wave to the downside, and after this is over, we can nicely shoot back up, right? So this is kind of my preferred plan of action for Tron, and let me just get rid of the marks, and then I'm going to go into the waves. So you can see kind of, and this is, you know, kind of a descending triangle. It's a little weird, and we also had this kind of pushed back up here. So this could still be developing, could be like some sort of a running triangle or something, but it's definitely, you know, really messy, and it has all the characteristic of a B wave move. And now I'm expecting a development here into a wave C, which if I decompose as an impulse, is, you know, it should be something like, you know, like this. Maybe we already did wave 1, we're in a wave 2. We have a wave 3 coming down, a small 4, and somewhere here maybe a 5. So let's just kind of keep an eye on this and see how this develops. Now, if we move higher and we start breaking, let's say, you know, the top of this wave A here, and we start moving higher, then that's probably a 4, and we're going to shoot straight up. But for right now, I would be patient. I would wait for the market to confirm. If anybody wants to play this from the short side, and you want to start shorting up here, you know, into wave 2, then you can probably catch the move down, and I would just probably put stops right above here. Or if you feel a little bit more risk averse, go above the top of wave C, and then try to catch this move all the way down. But this is what I see in Tron for right now, and just like the rest of the cryptos, this is just going to drag on for a little while before we decide before the market decides what it wants to do. All right, see you later.